Many people are looking for business ideas to create success and change their lives for the better. But many of these entrepreneurs are falling into the trap of overthinking their business idea, and as a result, they often never even get started. So, to help you avoid falling into this trap, I'm going to share with you 7 extremely simple business ideas that you can model your success on today. And for each of the business ideas, I'm going to be covering off just exactly what it is as a business idea, how you can set it up, and how easy it is to have success, and the different ways that you can earn money from it. So the first business idea that we're going to talk about in this video is the personal trainer. Now, a personal trainer is somebody who helps someone achieve their fitness goals. That could mean that they're learning how to do new types of exercise, or even just getting a bit fitter, maybe losing some weight, or even training to be a power lifter, overcoming back pain, anything like that. Now, it's easy to set up because if you're already a gym goer or it's something that you understand already quite well, then this is something you can definitely turn into a business really, really simply. All you need is some short form video content that demonstrates you know what you're talking about, and you can have people subscribing to you, being interested in what you have to say. And as a result of that, you'd be able to create business opportunities off the back of it. Now, there are different ways that you can earn from the personal training business. This could be in the form of being monetized for content views, of course, that's an obvious one. Another one would be creating one-to-one personal training plans with people, or diet plans to help people get from A to B on their journey of fitness. Another could be courses that you create which specifically target certain types of training plans. So, for example, you could teach someone in 6 to 8 weeks how to become a pro powerlifter. So if you've already got some of this experience, or you are fit yourself and you feel like you could offer that service, there is no reason why you can't try this as a business idea. Now, the second business idea that I've got in this video is that of a video editor. Now, what you're watching right now is social media content, and often these pieces of content are edited to give them a better effect so that when you're playing them, they've got background music, the transitions are really nice, the audio cuts perfectly between, and there's less things like jump cuts and other weird things that you might not desire as an end user of content. Now, again, anything like this, it's easier if you've already done something before. But the reason this is a simple business to get started with is because there is so much demand. You can use platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and People Per Hour to literally advertise your services for video editing. And I can almost guarantee you, you will get some contacts from it. And that is because the era of video content and social media content is absolutely booming. Now, setting it up is just about having a personal brand and then advertising the services that you offer, and then creating your social media accounts around that kind of content, showing people your expertise in said things. So if you can demonstrate the skills that you have as a video editor in your portfolio, and then you can show that to people who might want to hire you, you can literally have a business selling that to them. There are also other ways to earn. Rather than just offering a business to customer experience where you're just providing a service for money that they pay to you, you could also create online courses and systems that people can sign up to, subscribe to via membership, pay you on a monthly or an annual basis, and you can teach them how to do these things via some kind of academy. Again, the expertise is something that you may already know. All you've got to do is frame it to people, front and center of house, and you will get new clients, new contacts, and you will grow your business. So the next business idea is that of a nutritional expert. Now, you don't need to have a scientific degree, although it probably does help, in order to be able to tell someone how diets and food works, how you can be on different kinds of diet plans, and you can have success with things like weight loss, longevity, mental health, feeling good with yourself. There are tons of communities out there that are literally built this way, and this is why I've put it on the list. Now, the way this would work is by building up a community. You would put out content that talks about your expertise in the particular space, talking about the different kinds of diets. There's things like fasting, vegan diets, vegetarian diets, things like that. And what you may be able to offer off the back of that is a lot of other products in the future. So you'd start by creating some kind of community. And then off the back of that, you could then create courses and plans that specifically taught people how to go from being a meat eater to a vegan, for example. And you could also be helping people with their diets. So, for example, you could create vegan only meals that are ready in crib sheet format that people can buy and download in PDF. And you could sell them as kind of cookbooks, recipe books, things like that. People are always interested in that kind of stuff. And fitness and health and food and nutrition is something that will always be around. People will always be looking for an edge on others because people just want to look good and want to feel good. Now, the next business idea is actually the business mentorship. So the idea of a business mentorship is to help other people grow their businesses. And that's kind of the content that I do on this channel. So you would help them to critique their structure, their approach to business, and you would help them to basically make sound decisions on how to make their business better or to make it operate in the right way. Now, setting this up does require some credibility in order to make money, but as long as you can talk sense and you can demonstrate that you've solved these problems before and you've helped other people to do it, you will be able to make a success of a business like this. The ways you can earn from it are actually quite staggering. So there are membership opportunities. Now, there are plenty of other things like satellite courses and other offerings that you can add to your portfolio to make your business mentorship even more successful. Majority of funds would come from something that is a central mentorship where you literally help people go from A to Z in terms of growing their business and getting started with a business. Now, the next business idea is the trading and investment expert. So if you're into things like cryptocurrency or trading stocks or any kind of financial instrument, then this might be something that you can very easily stand up as a business. There are people out there every single day who are looking for ways to game the system, make money quicker. And these kind of things are often the simplest and easiest way to do it, because you just have to buy in at the right time and sell at the right time. Now, it all sounds so simple and it's a lot more complicated than that, but that's where people like this would be able to help others to find opportunities, when to get in, when to get out, and literally provide calls so that people know when to do these things. And as long as these people copy and they do it in a timely manner, you can actually make money by them subscribing to your service or your offering. And I think it's obvious how you earn from this. It's a paid membership. You would join a group, which is like a Telegram group or a Discord group or something like that. And then these things would be sent to you by message and you would just act on them if you want to. And if not, it's just useful information. But the person who is providing all these calls is earning a lot of money for making a lot of calls, taking all of the hard work out of a user's effort in having to find those opportunities in the first place. You could also launch courses and things like that that teach people how to trade, how to spot these opportunities, and how to do the whole thing themselves so that they don't need the call group in the future. That just depends on if you can find the right structure that fits everything that someone might need to know about trading or investing. Now, business idea number 6 is the reviewer. Now, the reviewer is an interesting business. It's something that has been done before, but it is a great opportunity to have real fun with the business and learn a lot about tech, gadgets, and equipment along the way. So a reviewer would simply review products and things that are sent to them or things that they own already. So this could be demonstrating the new iPhone and some of the features that it has by doing screen shares, showing how the functionality works. It could be demonstrating the new chair that's come out from Secret Labs for gaming. It could be showing off the brand new Sony DSLR camera, showing all the cool features and how it works and why it's better than all the other equipment and competition out there. Now, the earning model for this is slightly different because there are a few different ways to earn money. One would be for seeing lots of content. So remember, people out there will be looking for reviews on products before they buy them, and therefore they're likely to come across your content. And that means that people would find your content and watch it to review things, and you would earn money from monetization from content. Another way is that you could provide affiliate links to the product so that if somebody does want to buy it after watching your video, you can get a commission on those products. And third is that you would actually get some of these products eventually sent to you if you do a good enough job in reviewing them, because companies are willing to give away products so that people market for them and give unbiased reviews. You could potentially get a lot of free equipment and things that you could use for your reviews and then potentially sell, basically boost your own credibility and your own earnings. Now, the last business idea on the list today is the social media manager. Now, this is something that everybody wants and every company is looking for because social media is the new marketing. We don't really do TV advertisements and radio advertising as much anymore because the audience is what's known as above the line. And that means that you don't really know who you're hitting. You're just hitting a general viewer who may have no interest in your product at all. But there is also below the line marketing, and that is about posting content to people who are actually interested in the things that you're talking about. So it's very targeted marketing and it's called below the line marketing. Now, when it comes to social media, companies are looking for people to help them come up with content strategies, but also to manage their content and get it posted out on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Now, just by being someone who's quite organized, you could help with that if you've got a way of engaging with audiences. Maybe you know how to draw emotions and feeling out of people, get them to engage with content. That is literally what companies are looking for. So you could literally manage their social media posts and also manage the schedule of when they go out, hitting them at the right time, and helping companies to basically grow brand awareness about their product or their offering. So to earn money from this, you would do this as a sort of agency where you offer those services collectively to multiple companies. And then you just use tools and software, things like Hootsuite, which can help you to schedule the content in advance. So you can do all the work up front, schedule it all to go out, and then the posts just go out at the set times. And you have a very easy time then of managing multiple customers, multiple posts across multiple accounts. You could additionally teach people using courses and online content as to how to actually curate great content on platforms like Facebook, X, Instagram, anything you like really. And provided that your content is valuable enough, people feel like they could grow from it, you could actually make a lot of money when they buy your courses or your offerings because they'll want to know how to do it as well and be able to do it themselves without you having to do it for them. Now, across all of these business ideas, there are some commonalities. I think the key thing to take away is that they are all single person businesses that you could start out with as a single person building your own business. But there is a tipping point with a lot of these businesses where once you get to a certain level, your time will become stretched and it will be important for you to find a way to scale your business, maybe without you being involved in the day to day. So, for example, if you had a personal training business, you might need to hire another personal trainer to support you in going out and visiting customers rather than you going out and doing that yourself, because how else would you build your business or spend time building content? Another thing that's common to all of these businesses is that the social media and content strategy is absolutely key. I.e., if you aren't creating any form of content at all, and I would say this probably applies to all businesses nowadays, then you won't make any business traction. Remember, social media and content marketing is the new way of getting in front of people. We no longer need to go to the TV for advertising or contact the big magazines and get adverts placed. What we need to do now is get people to just see our content, be interested in what we have to say, and then they will tune in, subscribe, come back for more, and eventually be so invested in you as a person that they'll potentially want to do business with you. Now, these business ideas should give you some inspiration for creating your own business, but they don't really mean anything if you don't have a plan in order to start your business in the first place. And that's why I'd recommend watching this video next, because you can't just start a business if you don't have a plan on what you're going to do with your business. And this video breaks down that construct right there. So make sure you watch this video next, and I'll chat to you over there.